everyone, today I will be showing you how you can create a vintage shabby chic inspired card by using a couple of stamps and embossing powder. Now I already pre-cut my base for my card, and this is a 10.5 by 14 centimeters, and it is a top folding card, and already pre-cut the panel that I will be stamping on. I used the stitch rectangle dies from Simon Says Stamp. These are gorgeous dies that leave these stitch lines to your paper. Now the first thing that I will be doing is I'll be stamping my images, and for this I am using the Altenio Vintage Roses stamp set. These are build-on stamps that you can create one image by overlaying 3 or 4 different stamps. You will start with the background stamp and then overlay on top the various negative parts using darker shades of color. So I'll be using the rose right here, and we'll stamp my first rose with a very light pink. And for this I'm choosing the cotton candy from Simon Says Stamp. This is my favorite pink dye ink. Now as these are dye inks, they might get your stamp stained, so for cleaning them I'm choosing the scrubber palette from Hero Arts. And you just spray a bit of ultra cleaner here and rub your stamp and dry it on the other side, and this will assure that your stamps are clean. I am using also baby wipe because this thing is a bit oily, and I don't know if I leave it on the stamps something bad will happen, but I prefer doing so. Now I use these stamps before getting the scrubber pads, so my stamps are already stained, but I can assure you that I've been using it with other stamps and with other new stamps, and it works perfectly. Now I'm moving on to my second image. So I'm just inking my stamp and overlay it on top of the previous stamped image. Now after these 2 steps your image might not seem very beautiful, but I assure you that in the end the result is fantastic, because this stamp set is gorgeous. Okay, so cleaning, drying, and drying again. Okay, I did my second color. Now I'm moving to my third. Okay, try not to make a big mess now. Okay, so the third color is the dull pink. This is a neon pink, a very hot pink. Okay, as you can see, our image is turning to a beautiful rose. The last stamp, I'm choosing the raspberry jam from Hero Arts. Now this is the center and the top, the right side of the rose. Now even if you don't overlay this perfectly, you still get a great image, because they have this beautiful sketched look or painted look. Gorgeous. Now I will be stamping a couple of leaves also, so I'm inking my stamp with the beanstalk green, and I'll stamp it here in the corner. And I will be doing some shading onto the leaves also. And the leaf that I choose is this one right here. These are very tiny, so you have to be very careful when you put them back in, so you don't lose any of your stamps. So the green for the shading is the Forever Green from Hero Arts. Now this leaf doesn't fit perfectly with the one that I previously stamped, but the effect is awesome. Now the final part of stamping that I'll be making is stamping my sentiment, and for this I'm using the thank you sentiment that is from the Clearly Besotted stamp set. It's a beautiful stamp set. It also has these build on stamps that you can stamp different parts of the flower in different colors and get a beautiful overlaid image. They're great for coloring also, and they have this beautiful handwritten sentiment. So I'm using the thank you right here, and we'll be stamping it with a Cup of Joe brown ink. I of course will be using the distress ink to give to my paper that old look, and I'll just use my mini blending tool and gently apply it to my card base. This is another item that works great for achieving the shabby effect. So you can use a lace stamp or a doily stamp. Anything that has lace works just great. So I'm just aligning my stamp with my grid here. Okay, you can use also a ruler to straighten your stamp. I'm mounting it onto my clear block, and as I will be doing some embossing, I have to use my powder tool to remove any static that I might get on my card. Okay, now for stamping I'm using the Versamark. This is my favorite ink for embossing, so you can use it like this or like this. Just make sure that you ink your stamp very well. This is a very intricate stamp, so I am making sure that the ink gets to all the tiny parts. So I'm aligning my card with my grid. This helps a lot when stamping these border stamps, and stamp my image, pressing it down firmly. Okay, now it's invisible, but you will see it as soon as I apply the embossing powder. The embossing powder that I'm using today is the metallic brass. This is my favorite gold powder from Wow. Okay, so this is the image that we stamped. I went ahead and embossed the previous stamped image. Look how beautiful this gold is. It is absolutely gorgeous. Okay, and I will be mounting my panel that I previously created with some foam dots. Lining my card and make sure that my panel is perfectly centered. So this is the final card. Now for To embellish it, I am using some white pearls. This is another element that works perfect with the Shabby Chic inspired style that we want to recreate. So I'll be using one right here and another one here on top and another one right here at the bottom. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.